What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kool Austin. Welcome to another episode of Kool Konvos. I have somebody near and dear to my heart. You know, the homie, the big homie, the super duper aladucer, the homie.
Oh, I
What's
love
that
it.
Z? I got my homie Z.
Hey, Austin.
What's up with
What's
it?
up, friend?
What's up? Well, you already know. I know you.
Vibing.
I know you personally, but the audience, they don't know you. So how about you just introduce yourself? Give them a little intro of who
Okay.
Z is.
I am Zenobia Marte. I am a host. I also am the owner and CEO of H4C Firm, which is a custom gift firm. We also do event planning, event coordinating, event consulting. So I'm just like your all-around go-to girl. Come to host your event. I'll plan your event. I'll host your event. You can consult me for events. I'm your go-to girl. That's what I like to say. I'm the go-to girl.
So you're the go-to girl.
I'm the go-to girl.
Hey, so I'm definitely gonna have to talk to you about our live show then. You help us plan that
I'm
little
with it.
baby out.
I'm with it.
Alright,
I'm with it all.
First question is, since we're in quarantine, as a creative, I know it's so difficult for us to be 100% creative at this moment since this pandemic has started. I know. Don't get teary-eyed on me.
I'm trying not to because I'm thinking about it. Because I was like, at the beginning of the quarantine, I was really like, I'm not even like, I dropped a bag on a bunch of stuff. I was like, I'm going to create this. I'm going to create this. I'm going to create this. And I've worked on a total of 2 projects. I probably bought about 3 or 4 or 5 projects total, like stuff for a project total. And I probably worked on 2.
Damn.
So yeah, that's the way my quarantine is going.
Better than none. Okay.
True. I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna take it for what it is. I feel like right now, as a creative, this quarantine has given me less creative motive, but more business motive in a sense. Like I've really gotten like a lot of business stuff done. Like it's giving me a chance to just sit down in front of the computer and be like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. And it's kind of like, it's really worked out in that aspect a little bit better more than the creative mode. Because, you know, as a creative, sometimes you pull a lot of your influences from outside people. Well, we're not outside.
It's definitely been difficult. Speaking of businesses, you are a certified wedding event professional. I wonder how did you get into that? Like that, especially at a young age. At a young age.
So honestly, I've loved to throw events since I was a little girl. Like my family is known for like, we'll do just like random get-togethers. Like all of us will be down in the 7-5. So I'll be like, all right, we all get together at my house. We all eat this. It'll be somebody's party. And I guess I just kind of like learned from like watching my mother and her cousins, which I call like, we call them the big 3 because it's my aunt Val, my mom, and my aunt April. They're all like really close to age. They all grow up together. And it's so funny because their oldest children, me and my 2 cousins, were very close in age too. So that's the way we just kind of like have always operated. And I really just love the idea of like throwing events and putting in that logistics work behind the scenes. So that's kind of like where I got my love for it. So I guess you could say like it's kind of been ingrained in me. It's in my DNA almost.
Hey, that's so lit. I'm a family man myself, and I know how important, you know, family values are, and I'm glad that you can coexist the love for your family for, you know, the love of your craft. Speaking of craft, in 2019, you launched your own brand, you know, your H4 creative. So tell us about that, and how did you even come up with that?
So H4 Creative Firm was kind of like birthed from my idea of wanting to start my own event planning, but also wanting to incorporate my idea of doing like the creative gifts and things of that nature. So it's kind of like an all-inclusive thing. A lot of people love to ask me where did I get the name from. So no lie, I used to work in corporate America. And we got this letter from the president of the company that I used to work for. And he was thanking this guy because he was leaving the company. And I don't know what proposed me to read the letter that day. I'm really going to say it was God that told me, like, read this letter. This has something for you in it. And he was talking about, he thanked him for, like, these 4 things. And they all begin with H. And 3 out of the 4 of those H's are incorporated into my business because I really admired the president of the company that I work for because he truly cares for his employees. So, you know, you have your heart, your hustle, your hunger, and your humility. And I feel like those are all 4 things that creatives have. They have a hustle. Every creative has a hustle to them. It's like a grind that's just like ingrained in you. The heart, like you love it. You love what you do. Like there's nothing better than crafting your craft. I think you need to be humble always because the more humble you are, the more people recognize you. And then of course, you know, you have to have that hunger. You gotta want more. Like to me, doing what I do is never enough. It's always like, what can I do more? What can I do more? What can I do more? How can I constantly improve? How can I constantly learn? How can I constantly keep working on my craft? And I think that's really where I ended up like, I sat and I thought with those 4 things. I was like, what do they mean to me? How do they, to me, represent my business? How do they, to me, represent being a creative? And that's really where I got my name from, for real.
That's so lit. You mentioned the heart, the hustle, and the hunger. And you're right. Every creator needs those 3. I'm going to start with the heart. So, what are some inspirations for you? Like, what?
Oh, hands down, my family.
Mm-hmm.
My family is my biggest inspiration. Like, why you gonna make me cry? Think about it. My family, my mom was like one of the first people that really like got me into crafting and being creative. I remember I had a 10th birthday party. It was me and my 2 best friends at the time. And you know what we did for my 10th birthday party? We made CD cases. And I wish I could find it. But it's literally like a felt CD case, and we just decorated our CD cases, and we had pizza, and like that was it. And I was like, I love creating. I love being creative. Like that was just something that I've always been. I think as I got older, I kind of slacked off on it. But then like something just got me back in my bag last year. Like for real, something got me back in my bag, and I'll say it was probably doing a birthday party for my boyfriend. He told me he wanted me to do him a birthday dinner, and I was like, no. I was adamant about this. No, like I was like, I ain't doing, you know, for your birthday. You know, you like celebrating your birthday yourself. I was like, and then he thought I was just cracking, and I was like, fine. You want me to do this birthday party? I'm going all out. So he literally gave me money to go make stuff, and I made like centerpieces. I had like a thing set up for him where people could sign and say happy birthday. Like it, and then he was like, all right, like you kind of got a gift for this. You got a knack for this. You need to like settle into this. And I was like, you might be right.
Hey, that's amazing to have a support system like that, because a lot of Black creatives, they don't have that support system. You know, our parents are so focused on us surviving that they forget that we have to live as well.
Yes.
They want us to have the corporate job with the benefits, with this, with that, but they also, and we can't blame them for that because how they grew up, you know, they had to grow up in a different way. But they also forget that we have to live as well, and we have to do what we love, and we have to be happy while we're on this earth. So to have that supporting of a Black family, that's just amazing. Your second H is the hustle. I want to know one of your most biggest hustle moments. Like, damn, like I got it out the mud doing this. Like this was really shit.
So, all right, so true story, no glory. I was fired from my job in December. No cap. I was straight up terminated, not eligible for rehire on some BS stuff. And when they fired me, I was sitting there thinking like, I literally got in the car and I was driving home and I was like, all right, God, I'm putting this on you. And he was like, what you gonna do? You got this business. What you gonna do? And I was like, all right. So this was your way of telling me it's time to focus on the business. It's like, you got this LLC. You got this business. What you doing with it? What you gonna do with it? And for me, that was like, all right, it's time to get it out the mud now. So ever since then, I've been building my craft and building my business. I've really been, honing in on my skills. I'm pumping out products every week. Like, people would constantly talk about, what you gonna do next? What you gonna make next? Can you make this? Can you make this? Can you try this? And I'm like, y'all really trusted me, but I love it. I love it. So I think that was like really like my moment where I was like, all right, I got to get it out the mud, and hustle was getting fired. And I feel like that was the greatest blessing in disguise. It was the greatest blessing in disguise, was getting fired from my job.
Yes, and I know exactly how that feels, being fired from my job at one point and like saying, all right, Austin, what's the next steps for me? Like, you know,
exactly.
That puts like that kind of like puts the fire under your ass to do what you really need.
Ooh,
yeah.
You ain't lying there, because it was like, I literally sat in the car and I was like, okay, what is next? And I was like, God was like, you got a job. That's literally what God said to me. He was like, you have a job. I took this distraction away so you could focus on your job.
Exactly.
And I was like, all right, you're right. I can't say no to God.
You really can't. You honestly can't, because he only gonna give you he only gonna give you like 2-3 times.
Exactly.
All right, and the last H you talked about was hunger. So how does Z know, like, damn, like this is what I'm hungry for? Like, I'm willing to like bet it all, put it all on the line, like to do what I love, to be my own boss. Like, when did that hunger mode like just flick on?
So I had a consulting session with Christina Consulting, and I know you probably saw me tweet about it, but if I could ever give anyone any piece of business advice, first, get a business consultant. Second, consult with Christina Consulting. She really lit a fire under my ass, to put it politely, and was like, you can do this. You can do this. You have a gift for this. And when she gave me that affirmation and gave me that, pretty much when she gave me that affirmation, I was like, all right, I do. I got it. And she kind of gave me a vision, which I don't want to speak on yet, because when it comes true, I'll be like, all right, cool.
We'll part to that interview when it comes true.
Exactly. We gonna get to that. But like, when she gave me that vision, I was like, oh yeah, you see something in me. And that just lit my hunger on fire.
And that's amazing, man, to see somebody who's so young, who's so hungry and wants to work for themselves and work for what they love. And I feel like that's why you're a candidate in the Cornell University Women's Entrepreneurship Program. So give me kudos for that.
I'm a Cornell girl. So Cornell, that program is actually very interesting. I actually found out about it through a fellow female entrepreneur, Erin Amell. I don't know if you probably ever heard of her. She has a really dope shop called Erin Amell Shop. And she posted about it one day on her Instagram about how she had completed the program. And literally the day she posted this, I literally went and found the program online, and they were full. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I was like, all right, I ain't gonna never get in this program. It ain't gonna never open up. It's whatever. And one night, it was late. Like, it was like midnight. I know, it was late. And I was laying in the bed, scrolling on Twitter. And I had seen a tweet from them. It was a tweet actually from somebody else that is a female entrepreneur. And I can't remember her name right now to save my life. But she had tweeted and said, the program has opened. I was like, okay, God, you wanted me up at this hour to see this. Cool. And really, I enrolled immediately. I was like, I'm not going to miss this opportunity. This is something I know I can benefit from. And funny enough, I have a really close friend of mine and her mother are both in the program as well. So it's like, it's really dope to know other people that are in the program with you. So yeah, that was kind of like how I got a hold of that.
That's so amazing to see a woman of your stature have these much accolades, again, at a young age, because you don't see so many young people doing what you're doing, and I applaud you for that. I just want to know, like, out of all the work that you do, what is some fun stuff that Z loves to do? Like, what is some stuff that you know, when you got an off day or you deserve that day of rest, what do you do?
I love to cook, low-key. I like to try new recipes. I love to like find little stuff I can make. Of course, I love to lift. You were talking about lifting not too long ago. I love to go to the gym and lift. My boyfriend is actually a strength and conditioning coach, so how your boyfriend being a coach too is kind of interesting. And what else do I love to do? I actually love to watch movies. I'm a movie buff and I'm like a newsie. Like I love to like read the news and watch movies. Like I'm really a newsie though. Like I don't go a day without getting to watch a movie.
That's good though. I need to get on that. I need to get on that.
I'm adamant about watching these. I'm a firm believer. Like you can't go around not knowing what's going on around you.
Yeah, that is true.
So, yeah. That's what I like to do in my free time. I'm really not. I wish I was more like like I wish I was like, oh, I like to go hiking. I like to go mountain bike right now. Not at all. Take me to the gym so we can go live. Let's go pump the gas right quick. Let's go get slow.
So,
yeah, that's what I like to do.
I hope that's an invitation for you to cook for me one day because I love to eat.
Okay, I mean, you got okay. So I say my best dish is baked ziti, and normally I do baked ziti when I have like 4 or more people I gotta cook for. But that's like my best recipe, I think. And I recently made last week. I did chicken and waffles because Waffle House had their waffle mix on the website, so I bought the waffle mix. I got the waffle mix in the mail like that Tuesday. So last Wednesday I made chicken and waffles. And it actually turned out pretty good. I was kind of surprised because I was a little worried. The chicken was looking a little sketch. And I was like, it wasn't giving me the vibes that I needed. And I was like, you know what, we're going to go with God on this one. And that was it. So that's what I need. And it actually turned out really good. It was nice. Look, I was doubting myself often. I was like, look. It's looking a little crazy out here.
Alright, so I have one more question before our game, and you have to pick. I don't want to hear. I'm putting you to the pressure. You gotta pick. So, would you rather be a host the rest of your life or an event coordinator?
That's so hard. That's not even a fair question.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Man. So that's really hard because like event planning is what I do, but like I actually started off like hosting. Like I used to hold the very first event I ever hosted was the Black Student the Black Student Alliance at ODU. They have a Black History Month program they did every year. And a friend of mine was the vice president of the org at the time, and he was like, I need you to come and host this event. And I was like, all right. Like, I was like, you know, I guess I just like my personality or whatever. And that was really the first event I ever hosted. It was the most fun thing I ever did. And ever since then, like, I just started hosting events there. Like, I did their event again. I had done a couple fashion shows with Dynamic Modeling Troupe there, which I love to do. I don't know. This is not a fair question. Because, like, I feel like naturally as a host, you do event planning. Like, you do a lot of day of events as a host. So I would say, I'm gonna say host. I would rather host the rest of my life because I feel like as a host, like you're naturally doing event planning,
right.
But then at the same time, like you never know where hosting can take you. Hosting can take you to be an executive producer of the show that you host. Like, you know, like you never know. So that's the way I feel. Like I feel like I would host the rest of my life.
Okay. So are you ready for our game? I see you
guys. I'm scared because
I'm so 804. I'm glad you wore that.
You know, I had to wear the Black brand. You know, I'm a supporter of Black brands. I love purchases for Black brands. I actually just ordered the COVID-19 shirt that Nick Sands Go has out. So go cop that if you haven't gone to cop that yet. But yeah, I was mad because I missed the first sale of these shirts. So when Alex was like, "We about to do a 4th anniversary," I said, "Bitch." say less. I'm getting my shirt.
Right.
And when you told me we were like doing the interview, I was like, all right, I got somewhere to wear this shirt now. I know exactly where to wear it to that.
All right, so our game is how Virginia are you? You have 20 seconds to name as many celebrities from Virginia. It doesn't matter if it's from the 757, 804, Northern Virginia. It can be an athlete, singer, actress, don't matter. You have 20 seconds to name as many as possible. Zenobia, are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
All right, let me get my 20 seconds on the clock.
Dude. Oh, you giving me a real 20. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I give you a real 20. On your mark. Get set. Go.
Matthew, D'Angelo, Timberland, Pharrell, Shad, Hugo, Pusha T, No Malice. You said from Virginia. I don't know if Tim Reed counts.
Time's up. I'm gonna give you Tim Reed because you know he is a Norfolk State, so I'm gonna give you that.
Okay.
You did good. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 9. 9 and 20.
I think I did pretty good.
Yeah, you did good. And I'm happy that you said D'Angelo because a lot of people do not know he's from Richmond. A lot of people.
Fun fact about D'Angelo, I saw like a couple days ago on Twitter, and I literally went and showed my parents this. This is how excited I was. The Lady video by D'Angelo.
It was in that shopping cart.
It was filmed in Southside Plaza, and I live about 10-15 minutes from Southside Plaza. I still shop in Southside Plaza. Like, Southside Plaza is like a mecca of Southside. Like, if you ain't buy your flight jacket from G-Man and Southside Plaza, I can't trust you. If you ain't never been to the DTLR and bought a pair of shoes from Southside Plaza, I can't trust you. And you don't remember when the food mart there used to be a community pride? I cannot trust you. Like, that's how, yes.
It's not really 804 if you don't remember that.
Period. If you don't remember where the community prides were in 804, I can't trust you. Awesome. Like, everybody remember where the community prides were.
All right, so we got one last question. I want you to really think about this because, you know, speaking things into existence really manifests your dream. So where does Zenobia see her and her brand in the next 5 years?
Ooh, that's a great question. So within the next 5 years, my goal is to actually be the logistics director for Richmond Fashion Week and possibly take that bigger, maybe New York Fashion Week, Miami Fashion Week, you know, trying to take the brand global, maybe Milan, maybe Paris, maybe calling my name. But that's really what I would love to do, is kind of take my brand global in regards to that. And then eventually my goal within the next 2 years is to open up my own storefront and event space here in Richmond. So that's like that is like my biggest goal, I think, right now, is to get my event space, because I feel like there is no true affordable space in the city that's owned by a young entrepreneur here. Because we as young people here in the city, we love to have concerts, we love to have, you know, places to do happy hours and things of that nature, but there is truly nowhere to do it because of the cost. Like, the cost is just outrageous, and there's a lot of places that people want to have concerts at that just aren't really accommodating. So that's why I kind of want to, that's what I want to do, really, is get that event space and make it like a very large and open event space for people to grow their brand, grow their music, things of that nature. So, yeah.
Wow, and I appreciate your selflessness for, you know, a lot of people when you say, what do you want to do in 5 years? And it's mostly about self, but for you to want to give back to the place that built you, the place that you started from, that's just amazing to me. I really, that really hit home with me because I'm the same way. I definitely want to give back to the place that has built Austin to be who he is, and I'm glad that you said that. Zenobia, this has been one of my greatest interviews ever. I'm so glad that I got the chance to finally interview you, man. And this is like one of my good friends. We have been acting a fool on Twitter for a very long time now.
Too long. They gonna end up kicking us out there. Jack gonna be like, all right, y'all gotta go, man.
Look, if Twitter jail was still here, we would definitely be
I would have been locked up 100% by now. Like, repeat offenders. They probably would have got us up out of here by now, 100%. Like, I'm honestly surprised my account is not suspended yet.
Yeah.
Like,
and the funny thing about it is, it's like we always catch each other cutting up.
That's because you be needing to go to bed. That's your problem. You don't know how to go to bed.
Going to bed. You be needing to go to bed. But I be letting you slide. I be letting you rock. You catch me all the time.
No, because you said last night, and I quote, some of y'all girls, virgin hair don't be looking like virgins. And I said, wait a minute, time for bed. You need to get up out of here.
They virgin hair be having a little sex, you know?
Little sex.
Little sex.
Not S-E-S, S-E-C-K. Just a little sex. So thank you for interviewing me. I've been itching to do this interview with you. I was so excited when you were like, I'm doing 100 interviews for my birthday. I was like, that is a goal. That is a 5. I am down with it. So, like, I'm so glad that you reached out and we did this. And, granted, it's not in the best circumstances because, free us till it's backwards. Right. I'm glad that we got a chance to do this, Hopefully one day, once we are finishing, I'll come down there and do an interview with Nightly Dose, which I'm like super looking forward to.
No, hopefully. You're already locked in.
Say less. Just give me a date so I can make a weekend of it.
I got you. We definitely got you.
All right. Well, thank you for interviewing me.
Hey, you're welcome, man. Hey, shout yourself out. Give these people your social media.
Okay, so my socials are my personal Instagram and Twitter. It is the same one. It's _all eyes EYEZ on VEE. That is my personals. And then my business Instagram is H4 Creative Firm. And we also are on Facebook. We are H4 Creative Firm LLC on Facebook. And we also have a website, which is located in my personal bio and the business Instagram bio. So come and visit us. Come check out with us. Come shop with us. I got you.
Hey. Well, y'all, this has been another episode of Kool Konvos. Shout out to my girl Zenobia and everything that she's doing. Make sure you support Black businesses. I will see y'all next video. Y'all have a blessed day and wash your motherfucking hands. Peace.
Amen.